Sebastian! Okay, somebody, he was out the door so fast I couldn't even press record. Hi, Sebastian. You just went for a walk. Sunday, June 18th. It's just after 1:30. And the sun finally came out. And the temperatures jumped up to about 68 degrees. Which is a welcome relief. Yesterday, it barely hit 60, and it was raining all day. Some heavy rain, too. So the plants are loving the rain, but not the lack of sunshine. Everything can use some time to really photosynthesize now. Look how big some of these nasturtium leaves are. Look at this monster here in my hand. Usually we see them about this size here. So Misha was outside too, but as Sebastian blasted out the door, Misha took off. I kind of wish I could take off. I just get hit by rocks as he was cornering over here. Yeah, no more flowers left on the... Honest to God, he just went for a walk. He and his brother. Back to our regularly scheduled program. Okay, so Stargazer Lily's doing good. No buds yet, but we're still a couple of weeks away. Usually July, we expect those. And Campanella is getting taller. And I think starting to see a little bit of the fuzz at the top, indicating we may switch over. And the purple dragon on this side, we're not seeing the flowers yet, but we are in the back. The big hosta, Sebastian for size comparison, and the hydrangea is doing really good. A lot of young growth again, all up in here, and watching where I'm stepping here, because we're actually getting flower bits. That'll focus on, see them in there? As we look carefully, we're starting to see over there and over there. Leave the cat alone, please. Leave her be. And same story over here. We actually have a good size flower started there. And in the back there's another small one. So we're actually going to get flowers in this after all this year. The mosquitoes are so bad. So bad. I'm actually looking forward to hot, dry weather to start to suck away some of their moisture. Alright, so onto the Sweet William, and a little bit of flowers starting here. Just starting. We should absolutely have flowers next year. Finally got the corn in the ground over here, along with the butternut squash. And of course, with all the rain, now we got a weed again. Checking on the milkweed real quick. So we just have these weeds down here. No flowers started yet, but the ones down on the trail that I took this group from, they are about 4 inches taller and they are starting to flower, so we're getting there. Update on the cat grass, as opposed to the hay grass. And again, we're still watching to see in the middle if any of that turns out to be catnip. Starting to find some stray sunflowers growing also. This being one of the areas over the winter where I do the bird feeders. So we think that's some sunflowers in there. And this hydrangea, I swear it filled in even more. And this mint, we're probably going to cut some stems and dry it. Oh my god, the mosquitoes are so bad. So I'll have some footage at the end of the video too. I just captured in the morning all the daisies. So trying to do that field the wildflower type effect here. Good for the pollinators. And then of course what we wound up planting here. So in addition to the marigolds here, we have the Sweet William, and as you can see, those are starting to get some color. And this one here, it looks like the stem got bent, but it's got some color in there. And this one over here, full flower, at least one of them. Grateful for the wind, grateful for the sunbeat. I mean, these mosquitoes are just brutal. Multiple ones at a time, so I apologize if the camera shakes. So the bee balm getting even taller. Almost catching up to the tiger lily. And this is so thick, I really can't get in too close and up above. But the wisteria is doing good here. Again, that's right up in here. And the ants are still on the peony over here. A little farther behind than the one out on the other side of the house. But there's tiger lilies. Hopefully I'm catching the tops of them for you. Some wildflowers over here. Again, it looks like some sunflowers. And there is something, I almost wish I could step in there. There's something tiny that looks like a pod opening up. Let's see, it's right there. See if I can zoom in a little more. Don't know what it is, but I see a little color on it. And again, lots of the daisies, and I'm seeing in here too more evidence of the black-eyed Susan. So those will be taken over here for before too long. I also have to go up to the top of the driveway. I want to get some footage of the mountain laurel, the natural native one that's growing up there. But while we're talking of that, let's get over here, and oh my goodness, we have, these are still not open yet, but they're getting a lot bigger. And look at that vibrant color already. Isn't that awesome? But look in the back, we have an iris. You're in there. Oh, and you got a buddy. We gotta get rid of some of these ferns. Look at you back there hiding. Why are you hiding when you're so beautiful? Look at you. Yeah, I guess we got to get to weeding over here. You know, I got to give it to this hosta. Despite the deer's best efforts, it is still growing new leaves on there. Is that something, or isn't it? Of course, we have this choking vine coming in here now. This stuff. Oh, white irises are open too. See, I didn't walk over here when I was taking my first look around the garden, or else I'd have been prepared for these nice surprises. Yay! Look at you guys. So that is a very happy surprise. Oh, look closely. I see the Marlow cougar. In his natural habitat. He loves the yard. He's stalking his mom, who's working on transplanting some more sunflowers. So stick around at the end. I will have some more. There's the new stems, the new growth for this year back there. Oh, look who it is. Lots of new leaves and all new side branches growing up out of here everywhere. This thing is getting huge. I got to go back and look at last year's to compare the size. So more good stuff back here. This bee balm is, you see how much smaller it is compared to out front, but it's still spreading nicely. And the blueberries have really not gotten any bigger since last week. These little guys right here. But the Sweet William is starting to fill in here too. Just starting to get some color and definition in the needles there. And we had some geraniums in the back. And the buds on these that we saw started last week, now you see they're really filling in, and these planters here are coming along nicely. This creeping that I don't remember the name of, it's getting along. And the foamy bells, look how big that's gotten. This peony is real big. So that's my thumb right next to it. I don't want to disturb the ant that's working at it. And this I did know about. First clematis blossom. Let's try to get you out of the shadow there, buddy. And the rose. Think we might be getting started. Yeah, there's some buds starting on all the branches. In fact, I see a little bit of color inside of that one. So maybe this week. Let's get up and see this purple dragon, because this has started to flower. As you can see here, we got two. We have this one right out by the edge, just over the edge of the path, and now this one in the back too. And I can see, just looking around, that these guys have buds on them. Oh, did you find a donkey hoof? Oh, yummy, yummy. And on this side, look at a whole bunch already. All right, let's go up the path here and we'll wrap back around. And we'll do a separate segment for the garden child. Again, more mushrooms. They are everywhere. But this elephant ear hosta every day now. It's bigger and bigger. So yeah, I'll add in after I'll do the garden up there. More of the geraniums. That little veneer hosta too has gotten big. And these nasturtiums. I think they're growing faster so far this year. They don't seem to mind the lack of strong sunshine and all the extra rain. Yeah. Oh yeah. Look how thick that is. And again, we got some of these monstrosity sized leaves here. I wonder if this is the same variety this year and they're just doing that much better. That's why Sebastian hasn't been running around or getting into trouble, because he found a donkey hoof trim bit left. So there's a bugleweed. That's still doing good over here. Alright, Sebastian, I'm going to be wrapping around here. Vinca vine. So pay attention. It's almost at the bottom of the tree. We'll see if it continues along there. This is another good spot for sunflowers. I doubt the deer would come this close to stuff that smells more people-like. Is that? I wonder if this thing's coming back. It's very possible. This was a honeysuckle that we put in. I don't even know what the variety was. It probably wasn't a native one. But all right, Sebastian. Okay, so that's it for the main part. So enjoy your Sunday. Back to work tomorrow. And like I said, keep around after this. I have the vegetable garden. I'm going to do a separate look around. And then I just have the extra bits that I filmed. I'll tack on at the end. Thanks for watching. Alright, so we'll get into the vegetable garden area now. So, a week after the last one, see how much growth we have. We had a lot of rain though. Everything is still soaking wet. A lot of mushrooms up in here. Okay, so the sweet potatoes, nothing growing yet above the ground, but Dee was in here and she did see some green roots starting underneath. And these are all little marigold seeds down in here. And I guess we'll swing up around this way this time. So look at the sunflowers already. And there were a bunch on this side, but Dee started transplanting them. Now in the back is the nasturtium. But then we do have some beans starting as well. Already growing. There's one, you can tell the difference in the leaves there. Right about there. And over in there. There's a couple other just starting to lift up above. This nice big patch of sunflowers here. This is going to be amazing. And this will wrap back around. Oh. That looks like a stray sunflower, away from the bunch. Okay, so the lettuce has gotten a lot bigger. Got really beat by the rain. This is going to require a lot of cleaning. It's heavy, heavy rain yesterday especially. Not as bad as some areas though. Alright, so we have this sunflower patch here, and I'm actually seeing some of the leaves getting nibbled around here. Just going slowly and watching where I'm stepping. Alright, so look how tall the celery is getting already. And the cabbage is looking good. New leaves on it. Broccoli standing up nice and tall. So I think this was a good planning on Dee's part as far as how much sun everything gets during the day and at what periods. With the stuff that really likes it hot out here and getting the most sun. So, well, kind of got to get both sides of this. Yeah, just watching where I'm stepping because see where the end of the rows are. So these sunflowers at the ends here. Again, we may have to move these because they're kind of close to some of the vegetables. You may notice some of the growth down, but marigolds are starting to get multiple heads on them. The tomato already has some flowers on it. Again, marigolds getting the tops on them. And the eggplant down here. We counted before we were out here looking. I think there's 4 or 5 flower heads on this one plant. There's a couple more started on that one. And then moving into the peppers, they're already starting to get buds on them as well. And even a little pepper. Same thing on these guys. And the flowers, little pepper bits. And then in the back, the red potatoes. I think these have had the most growth this one week than anything else. And in front, the Yukon Golds. So despite a week of rain and a lot of clouds, everything is doing great. Now it's gotten more than enough water. And this week we're expecting a lot more sun. And going to be drier for the most part. So I think this is what the garden's going to need. All this extra sun to go on a growth spree. All right, so there's the veggie section. Oh no, actually, there is more. Also, since last week, look how much the grass has started growing in here. Everywhere. The donkeys and the chickens would never have let it get like this. And I'm going to have to start thinking about what to do because a lot of this grass in here is hay grass of various types, so it's going to get big and unwieldy. So Dee did some more back here. And I think we have some butternut squash and we have corn. Now Misha has been coming back here and trying to help weed, and he's also been pulling the corn plants down with it. But we'll see. I'm not sure if this area is stays a little too shady because the leaf canopy here is pretty strong in the morning, so it may not get enough day or hours of direct sun or strong sun, but we'll see. We'll see. We still have that other patch there. But and the only other part here is since we have so many sunflowers and some in places we didn't intend, this is where we're to put them. So this area here is where we were parking the cart for the donkeys before, so we put a bunch out here. And we're hoping the deer don't wander up here, but they may. So these may get eaten later. So that's the garden, the veggie garden. My neighbor has an awesome view, top of the driveway. Alright, so here we are. This side here has not flowered yet, but it's a little further along. And if you look in the back further, there's even more back there. But it is flowering over here. Now, the last time, these were very, very white. Come on, focus. This year they have that pink to them, a little bit. Just really blessed to have all these natural displays of everything each year. All around us. And take a look at the daisies in case all the rain and thunderstorms we get beat them all down. So going a little early in the morning. Getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. Oh man, mosquitoes are bad.